Hey, hello, hello, happy Wednesday. Welcome to our weekly Wednesday live. I am Carolyn Bishop. I'm your business with balance coach. The Breakthrough with Balance Academy is my program, so I always trip up on that. All right, so what we are going to do today is I'm going to dive into 3 ways that you do not want to market because it repels your prospects. Now, we all want more clients, right? We are always wanting to make a bigger impact in people's lives, have more people that we can reach, use our gifts, your skills, your talents, your leaderships to make a difference for people, right? Like, would you agree? Yes, that you want more people? Say yes in the chat. Say yes in the chat if you're here with me. If you're watching live too, that'd be great. Let me know that you're here. Say hi. But I want you to just like own that right now. Like, yes, I want more clients. Yes, I want to impact more people. Yes, I want to take my gifts and my talents and my skills and reach more people with it. Yes, you want more people in your world? Say yes. Say yes in the chat if you do. And there's 3 ways that are commonly getting used that I actually came up with this topic a couple days ago because this happened to me. I had these methods come at me that absolutely repelled me away from continuing the conversation with the people who were doing this. And it was funny that they all came in different forms and different types, but it all came within about a 4-hour time span. And I was like, oh my gosh, I need to do or I want to do a live on this about what not to do because it can really repel people away from you. And sometimes we don't even realize that it's not a good thing. So I thought, let's go into this today. And I'm going to share with you the 3 ways not to market that will repel the people that you're looking for away from you. So yes. All right. Say hi. I'm going to pull us up on the Facebook group, make sure that I've got us here and that we are live. Can you guys give me a yes? We're live. Let me know that you're here.
Am I getting live?
Oh, there we go. I got us in the group.
Yes,
See,
we're
I can
live.
see
Let me know
myself.
that you're
Okay.
here.
So say hello, say hello, say hello. Let me know that you are here with us. And I want to dive right into this. Okay, because we've got 3 ways, and I've got my official notes. You can see super official, but this is a really important topic. What not to do to market to people that can repel your dream clients away from you. Okay, so here's the first one. Here's the first one. So this is what happened. And again, it was like the day before yesterday. I got a message that said from someone, and actually, let me see if I can pull it up live so that I can get the actual wording for you. Here's the message that came through. It was, hey, Caroline, great to connect with a well-respected fellow, on a personal note. I hope you're doing well. Are you accepting new clients? So this was the message that I got. Basically, hi, nice to connect with you. Are you accepting new clients? And so my thought was right away, I was like, let's see if this is actually legit or whether or not this is just a method. And I said, oh, great. Nice to connect with you too. Where have you seen me? Did you see any of my work? And I kind of glanced I responded to say, where have you seen me? Thank you for reaching out. If you're really looking for something as well, I have my upcoming free boot camp. Would you like the link? Like, where would you like to go? And where have we seen each other? So I reached back with kind of a little bit of an inquiry. And what came back after was this whole, let me show you this. If you can see my phone. So here's our little conversation. Hi, are you accepting new clients? And then I was like, oh yeah, where have you seen me? What's happening? And then would you like the link to my boot camp? If you'd like to get to know me better, you can go here. And then I got this whole message. Can you see that? And guess what that is? It's a whole sales pitch. It's a whole sales pitch. So this is marketing method number 1 that I recommend not doing, because what happened is I was like, that is a bait and switch. It's a bait and switch. It was the, hi, are you going to accept new clients? And then as soon as I responded back, it was like this whole sales pitch thrown my way. And I was like, ugh, it just made me want to roll my eyes, because the sales pitch, maybe the product is fantastic. Maybe have you guys got this? Will you do me a favor and throw in the chat? Like, have you ever had that where somebody starts a conversation for one reason and then suddenly jumps into this major sales pitch or this major description or this major, like, you need this because, and here's this, and here's why, and la, la, la. And they go from hi, nice to meet you to here's my product, wanna buy it. Have you had that? Let me know if you have. Say yes in the chat if you have. Let me know. Good morning. I see the comments coming. All right. So, yay, let me know. Have you had this happen too? It's called the bait and switch. Is the first one that I want to recommend that you not do, because here's why. This message that I got from this person, instantly I was turned off. Instantly I was turned off. I knew it was a bait and switch. I knew it was the, hey, let me grab your attention. Let me take your time. Let me pull you away from what you're doing. Okay. And in the moment, I thought they were asking for help. Hey, do you want coaching clients? Is this something you're looking for? And then they turned it all about them, all about their product. And it wasn't even anything I'm looking for. It had nothing to do with anything that I wanted time. So here I am engaging and taking my time out of my day. And then it's nothing about anything that I want. She wasn't looking, she didn't care whether or not I was taking on new coaching clients or not. That was the bait. And the switch was, let me sell you on my stuff that I'm not even looking for. Now, here's the deal. It's something that I wasn't looking for, but what if I was? What if I was? So this is a bait and switch. So I'm going to grab a Kleenex. My nose is dripping. This is what, yes, I can see now. You guys, if I had that, always makes you feel uncomfortable. You've never had it happen, but it sounds crazy. Should we watch here or on Zoom? On Facebook. Every Wednesday is on Facebook. So when you are talking for the boot camp coming up, or of course, if you are a client of mine, we are always on Zoom. But for this weekly Wednesday live that I do in the Business Women with Balance Facebook group, we're always in the Facebook group. And then I also stream to my page as well, and sometimes my profile. So yeah, so we're talking about 3 ways not to market that repels prospects. So yeah, it sounds crazy, right? I can see your comments, and I can see when somebody said it makes you feel uncomfortable because you're like, you feel like you just got taken. You feel like you just got roped in, and then like, let me tie you up and tell you all about my stuff. And what that does is it can repel, even like I wasn't interested in what this person did the switch to. So I was like, oh my goodness. And I just responded back. I said, sorry, this really feels like a bait and switch. If you would like to, if you were serious about, interest in whether I'm taking coaching clients, let me know. Otherwise, thank you very much for your time. And I just kind of politely like dismissed it. But so what that made me feel was like that I got roped in and then wrapped up. And I was like, you know what? You just stole my time on something that was not what I thought it was, right? Or even if it is something that you are somewhat interested in, if you have a little bit of interest, when somebody comes at it from a let me talk to you about this and then completely switch you over here, there's a break in trust instantly. Would you guys agree? Yeah, it makes you feel like you're a pushy salesperson if you do that. Yes. Okay. So oh, you got a Zoom link. Oh, you know what? I might not have switched Bella from the last one that I was doing on Zoom. So I see why you asked about if we're here or Zoom. Yeah, in the Facebook group every Wednesday. I did that like really quickly, 10 minutes before we went live because this was so last minute. Okay, so that is number 1, is the bait and switch. If you are going to approach people, now you're probably wondering, well, what do we do? I'm going to be going into it on day 2 of the boot camp, is really how to market that is going to attract your clients, that's going to bring them to you, that's going to have them coming in. But the first thing not to do is the bait and switch, where you start talking about one thing and then flip over to another and start selling, right? Selling, being a great salesperson, really has nothing to do with selling. Being a great salesperson is about going through a journey with somebody that they can envision what you do and how you work and what happens with them and the products that you provide in their world. And they've had the ability to assess that and envision that and see that and make a decision that it's the right thing. So the bait and switch, like, let me talk to you about this and then convince you why this is now good. It's going to repel your prospects because 1, they feel like they got taken, and 2, it breaks trust with you. It breaks trust. Yes. Yes. Okay. Do you guys get it? Yeah, it exactly. Joanne, I see your comment. It would get your hopes up and then deflate you. Yeah, like this one. Obviously, she engaged me because she said, "Are you accepting more coaching clients?" And I was like, I wonder if this person's been watching me online. I wonder if this person's in my group. I wonder. And then it was just this full switch over to a product that I have absolutely no interest in. Okay, so yeah, it would build up your hopes and then deflate you. And that breaks trust with the person. That makes you feel like you got taken. Yes. Can we agree? Number one, no bait and switch. If you're with me, will you put that in the comments? No bait and switch. No bait and switch. Now, this can happen in some areas that sometimes we don't even realize we're doing it. So, for example, I was in the direct sales world for 19 years at quite a high level. And one of the common ways that was taught was let me bring you in loving the product, and then let me convince you why you want to be on the team. Okay. Let me bring you in with the product. Okay. The bait. Let me switch you over and convince you why you want to be a team member. Okay, that's a bait and switch too. We want to make sure, if you guys have ever seen my 5 pillars, the 5 F's of a solid sales path, you want to make sure that you have separate pillars for both the product and the sales if you're in the network marketing world. Here's what can happen in the coaching world. Let me pull you in on one topic and then convince you why you need this topic over here that I want you to buy. Okay, we want to make sure that what we are doing for every single thing that we are selling somebody, that it is its own complete pillar path, that it has the 5 F's all the way through. And here's what to do in short form. And we're going to get into this on day 2 of the boot camp really deeply. Is what you want to do is you want to attract them with what they are already looking for. Okay, so like if I had been looking for something that this person to reach out to me about, I may have continued with that conversation, maybe even found out about their product, maybe even said, tell me more. If the relationship was built on trust and intrigue of stuff I was looking for. But instead, I was like, ugh, delete, right? Is this making sense? Yeah, no bait and switch. Thank you. I see that in the chat there. Yes. Okay. Yeah, that's why you're only closing about 10% of clients if you realize the systems that you're getting taught. And a lot of times it's not, it's not our fault. And if you haven't been in marketing for a long time, if you're coming in from a place of just listening to mentors or trainings and you're getting taught this, it's not your fault, right? But you want to make sure you look at it from the place of being the prospect. Like, and I got reminded a couple of days ago when that message came through of like, oh, that's such an icky way to do it, because no matter how wonderful this person was on the other end, no matter how great their product was, I just had this icky feeling now associated with them, like, oh, that was a bait and switch, right? And so I don't really have any interest in even looking into that product anymore. Okay, so no bait and switch. Yeah, type that in if you're with me. No bait and switch. Okay, let's go into number 2. You guys ready for number 2? Will you stay ready for number 2 in the chat for me? No bait and switch. No bait and switch. And we can get taught this sometimes, especially, there's methods that people will say, well, if you do this and then you can subtly slip this in. It's a bait and switch. People are smart. I don't know about you, but my dream client, my dream prospects, they're smart women. They're business women. They are leaders. They can feel a bait and switch coming a mile away, right? So we want to make sure we're connecting, we're building trust with people that we're working with, not like building a bridge, not building a barrier, I should say. All right, number 2. Yay, I see that. Ready. Okay. Number 2, second way not to market that repels a prospect. And this actually happened on the same day. So I was like, wow, I am like meant to talk about this topic. I was like, it was given to me, like as a go talk about this, because wow, look at this other one. So the second one, we're just going to call it the I know better than you. I know better than you. That's the second one that you don't want to do, that can repel clients. So again, I'm going to pull this up on my phone because it was a real situation that I got on the same day. Hang on, I wrote down where it was. Okay. So here's this. So I'm not going to go into the details of what they were offering, but it's, hey, Carolyn, it's some time that I've joined your group and following your content. Is there a specific reason why you only do this? Okay. One of my marketing methods, basically they were saying, why are you only on Facebook? And I won't go into the details of what the whole conversation went into because it gets long-winded. But again, long-winded. I was a little angry because it took my time. I was honestly in a bad mood that day, so it kind of did irk me more than normal. But um, and it was, hey, is there a reason why you're only on Facebook and that you're not doing this, 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 and this? And I was like, yes, because I go for balance and simplicity, and I have a very strong business, and I'm good. I'm not looking for anything. And then again, I'm going to cover the name. This whole thing, oops, I'm trying to cover so that anyway, it doesn't scroll. Whole conversation about why that was basically how I took it is why that's a bad idea. And you should be doing this and you're missing out on this and you should be on this one and you should be doing it this way. And if you did this, you'd be getting this much more. And I wanted to say, I don't want more. I don't want that. I don't want to have to go on these other platforms. I don't want to have to do this. That is not where, and so I responded politely, hey, I have a whole team of people that work in my business. That is not where we're focused. It's not what we do. And it's not what we're looking for. So thank you very much. And I again politely dismissed. But I had this edge feeling, like this little edginess, like, who are you to tell me about my business? Right? The I know better than you came across. And I said, well, this is why we do it. Thank you. And they were like, yeah, but you're missing out on this. You're missing out. You're not doing this. You could be getting, and they went into this whole spiel about why what I was doing was either not good enough, if you want to put it that way, or was not smart, or that I was missing out on all this stuff because I was making these decisions. And yeah, maybe if I did this suggestion that they were doing with these different platforms, maybe I would reach more people. But guess what? I don't want to put more on my time. I don't want to put more into my day. I don't want to have to hire more people to take care of those things if I do those other things, because I love how my business is going. I love the flow. I love that I'm with my kids so much. I love that I only work about 20 hours a week. I love the amount of money well, I always like more money. You guys have heard my story recently about a cap, but I love that I get to be with my family. I love that I'm not worried about 16 different things that I have to do every day. I have a list of about 2 or 3 things that I get done. Each day has its different things, and my business just flows. And I make good money, and I have a great clientele that I absolutely love. I didn't want more, right? But I have this person saying, I know better than you. You should be doing this. You should be going here. You're missing out. You're not doing this. If you did this, you could get this. And I was like, so what? I don't care. And it's another marketing method. Okay. What we're talking about is 3 ways not to market to your prospects because it can repel them. Is I kind of had this like, but I don't want that. Like that. Don't tell me that I'm not doing good. Nobody wants to hear that, right? Okay. Yes. Yeah, you're right. Thank you for that comment. Alvita said, you're so clear on your path, they couldn't sway you. Yes. And they were coming at me with, I know better than you. And if you did this, you'd get this. And if you had this, this could be better. And if you had, and I will admit, at first I was like, well, maybe I should. And then I was like, no. I don't want anything else to worry about. I don't want another platform to take care of. I don't want that. I like my business where it's at. And so, yeah, you're right, Alvita. I am very clear on my path. So they weren't able to sway me. But what happened is I did, for a moment, to be honest, have this little yo-yo of, well, maybe I should, maybe I blah, blah, blah. Guess what? It wasn't going to get her a new client out of me, because I was like, wow, you just made me like doubt myself, and you questioned me, and you made me feel like, oh, like, duh. So the I know better than you, okay, it doesn't hold. You can grab somebody's attention for a moment, but again, it's a trust building one that's not going to hold. Can you see the feeling it can give people? What we want to be around people who build us up. We want to be around people who tell us how amazing we are. And you're amazing. Like, you'll hear me as I go through my boot camps. I'm always like, hey, this might be a problem, but it's not your fault. You're amazing. You have inside of you. It's about bringing out your strengths. Like, I always want to bring that across to my audience, because it's one of the biggest things for us to be successful in business. We have to believe in ourselves. We have to believe in who we are. We have to really be able to dig into us and say, I can do this. I've got this. Yes, maybe support from outside is beneficial, but it's not required. Me, I'm the main ingredient. I have what it takes. I have everything in me. That is the biggest thing for success in business. And that is also one of the most attractive qualities of somebody we want to be around, right? Is that they know themselves very strongly and that they can make you feel solid in who you are. Would you agree? Like, do you love being around people who make you think, you know what? I do have it. I can do this. I am capable. Like, aren't those the people you want to spend more time with? Would you say that? Yeah, we want to be around people that respect that it's our business and that we support each other. Yes. Yeah, it doesn't feel respectful if somebody's saying, well, you don't know what you're doing, or you should be doing it this way, or everything like suggestions. Yes. Guidance. Yes. When we're looking to our leaders, but we want to have it from a perspective of, oh, that's a great idea. And that might work for me, for who I am, because I'm talented. I have skills. And so I want you to really think about that. Like, what you have skills, you have talents, you have maybe a really loving personality, you have maybe a real desire to make a difference for people. Like, what is it that makes you amazing? You have that. That's what's going to make your business great. That's what's going to attract these prospects to you. And we want to make other people feel that way as well, not the I know better than you. You don't know what you're doing. So let me tell you what you should be doing. And we start shooting on people. So, yes, yes, right? Yeah. And when yeah, it's only impactful if there's an established trust, meaning like, hey, can I tell you a suggestion? Or can I give an idea? Make sure that they're open to it first, because otherwise it just feels like you're getting shooted on. Yes. Have you ever been shooted on and it doesn't make you feel good? I mean, I catch myself doing it to my daughter sometimes. Oh, your room's such a mess. You really should clean this up. And I should on her sometimes, instead of going, hey, how does it feel when your room's clean? Would you like to? Can we keep it clean? Would you like it so that I don't have to get upset with you about having food in your room? Right? Like, I want her to want to do it, not get shooted on. And it does make a difference of whether or not they progress. Of course, that's with an older child. This isn't a parenting thing. But yes, okay. So is this making sense? So that is the second way not to market to people, because it can repel your clients. Number one is the bait and switch, where they feel taken. They feel like they roped you in and then wrapped you up. And so there's a trust broken there. That's the bait and switch. Number two way not to do it is the I know better than you. You should be doing it this way. You're missing out on this. You're not doing this. And telling people what they're like, telling them what they should be doing, shooting on people about it. Not another way, because it makes them feel bad and they may stick with you for a moment, but it doesn't make them feel good about being around you, right? And you are already talented. You are already incredibly skilled. So you want to make sure that you are able to come across with that confidence and that you can give that to them as well, so that they're feeling like, I can do this. You know what? I can get these results. And because when people feel confident, that's when they find success. Yes. Would you agree? Confidence breeds success. Yes. So the bait and switch, nope. The I know better than you, nope. Those are the two ways of marketing that do not work. And again, we're going to go deep on this in day 2 of the boot camp, which is starting on Monday. And just a heads up, it will not be fully streamed on Facebook this time. Okay. I'm going to go deep a little bit behind the scenes this time. You can tell, like, I'm talking very openly to day 2. Let me put this up for you. There we go. There is the link. If you want to register, we're going to be on Zoom for this. And the reason I'm not streaming it fully into Facebook is I've had quite a few breakthroughs lately, and kind of getting back to me as well. And I've had those outside voices coming in at me, and it wasn't their fault. It was me letting them in and feeling a little bit like shaken lately on what I was doing and how I was going to adjust to my business and what I was planning on and what was happening and what I was going to be an expert in. And I was trying to add all this stuff. And I was literally getting to the point where I was like, maybe I can, like build funnels with people. Oh my gosh, so not me. But I was like, I can just add this on and add this on and add this on, because I was looking at some of my mentors and what they do and thinking, oh, I could do that too. And I started to get away from my fruit plate. And I'm going to be going a little bit deeper into that in the boot camp. So I'm not going to stream it onto Facebook. It's going to be on Zoom. So it's much more personal and a little bit more interactive than it's ever been. I'm going to go deep behind the scenes of not only that, but some of the things that don't get talked about in a 6-figure business, some of the tough stuff, some of the stuff that, no matter how solid your business plan is, can rock you every so often. And I got rocked recently. So I'm going to be sharing some of that. So it's only going to be on Zoom. So if you want to be a part of that, you kind of want to see behind the scenes of a solid 6-figure business, that can still get rocked. It happens. It's normal. And then what to do about it, come join us in the boot camp. This is going to be different. Now you're going to see the same workbook's going to come out. I didn't switch the workbook. The same emails are going out. I'm redoing the boot camp, and I just kind of like reset the automations to go. Even some of the emails went out with the wrong date. No big deal. Okay. It's all about getting behind the scenes and getting deep and I'm going to go pretty raw on some of the stuff I want to share with you that I'm already out of. Okay. I'm not going to be dumping my stuff on you, but I'm already out of, and I want to share how I got out of that and what happened and what I noticed and how I switched things and how I caught myself and what I needed to do to switch that. So that's what's going to be happening in the boot camp, and it starts this coming Monday. So if you're not already registered, come on in for that. And oh, thank you, Christy. Awesome. She just dropped the link in the chat. So if you are watching the replay, by the way, will you put in hashtag replay for me? If you're watching this recording later on the 3 ways not to market the Repels prospects, let me know that you're here and throw some comments in just like normal. And then let me know, you guys let me know right now, are you coming to the boot camp or are you not? And it's okay. I don't get offended either way, because maybe it's just a time conflict, or maybe you're like, I have done your boot camp 15 times. This one's going to be different, but it's okay if it doesn't work in your schedule. Let me know. Are you doing the boot camp or are you not doing the boot camp? Let me know if you are, and then we'll make sure that you get registered. And when you get registered, there's a free gift right out of the gate too, because those pillars I talked about, the 5 F's, I want you to be really, really solid on those, so that when I refer to it, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Okay. Are you ready for the third one? We have talked no bait and switch. We've talked no, I know better than you marketing. Okay. And those are from 2 messages that I got. And then the third way that we don't want to market, because it can actually repel our dream prospects, is the I just need masses of people. Now, this came from a conversation with a girlfriend who we were talking about. She's actually starting a business, and talking about, I just need people. I need to get people in. I need to get people in. And I was like, yeah, okay, what type of people? And, I asked permission. I'm like, can I coach you a little bit? Because she's just getting going. And she said, yeah. And I said, what type of people? And she goes, what do you mean? And I said, well, I could hand you a phone book today, but it doesn't mean your business is going to be successful. So what type of people do you want to attract? Because you don't want just a phone book full of people, right? And she said, no. And I said, well, then what type of people do you want? If I could hand you a directory that was full of a certain style of person, or a certain person who had a common problem or a common solution that they're looking for, who would that be? Who would that be? And so we started this conversation, and it started with very general. And then I kept asking questions with her, and it got more and more and more specific. And she was able to put up one quick post, and she attracted people right away. The right people, not just people, but the right people. Because when you speak to a specific audience, that audience is going to pay attention. What we were talking about the whole conversation was that, some of these groups that we can get on social media and think, oh my gosh, like I've done this myself, where I'm like, oh my gosh, one of my mentors has 45,000 people in their Facebook group. I only have just under 3. Right? I've only got about 3,000 people in my Facebook group. And I started to feel less than a little bit. I started to compare myself. I started to go, has anybody ever done that? Where you're like, I only have 10 people in my group and she's got 700. How'd you get that so fast? And we start to doubt ourselves. Well, remember, success in business comes from confidence. Success in business comes from really knowing who we are and being able to portray that leadership to people and saying, come spend time with me, because I'll help you pull out your confidence and your leadership too. Right. And so have you ever had that, where you look at somebody else's Facebook group numbers, or you look at the number of people that somebody else has in their organization, or you look at the number of people that are following them, and you start to compare and you start to think, But here's what I want you to think about. Okay. If you just bring in numbers to bring in numbers, now there are some strategies for visibility where there's a little bit of play in this, and we can get deeper into this in the boot camp if it's a topic you want to go into. But there's a little bit of play in numbers for visibility purposes. But what we really want to gather around us is the people who want what we can give them. Would you agree? So wouldn't you rather have 15 people who are like, oh my gosh, I've been looking for you. Here's my credit card, change my world, than 15,000 people who really have no interest in what you're doing? right? Would you agree? Like, think about that. Would you rather have 15 people who are like, here's my credit card, change my life, whatever you suggest, I'm in? Or would you rather have 15,000 people who are just kind of hovering and don't really care what you're doing? Okay. If you're talking about building a business, and that's why we're here, right? Business Women with Balance. It's not about having masses of numbers. It's about having the right numbers. And here's why I put this in as a thing that repels your current prospects. Is if they are getting muddled in a big crew of a whole bunch of people that they don't mesh with, they'll get lost. They can go behind the scenes, they can duck back. And if we, as the business owners, try and just talk to everybody to get masses of numbers in, it can actually repel our prospects because they can start to think, oh, maybe she's not right for me. Maybe this isn't what I was thinking it was. Maybe it's not what I'm looking for. And we can actually repel clients when we scramble for numbers. So that is the third marketing method I want to encourage you to avoid. And again, we're going to be talking about what to do and getting deeper into it in the boot camp. So let me show that again. There is the link. Is this making sense? Yes. Quality over quantity. You got it. Exactly. Quality over quantity. You want to have the right people with you that are looking to, that you can connect with easily, that you can actually like really dig in with, that get what you say, that appreciate your thoughts, they're looking for what you have, and then you can deliver full out being truly you, because you have this good connection. You have what they want, they are who you want. Like it's this beautiful marriage of the right people, and it makes business easier. It makes business more successful, and it makes balance in your life more possible. So there we go. All right, I am at the 30-minute mark right now. I want to cut this off, but there you go. There is 3 ways not to market that repels people. And again, we're going to be getting into what to do in the boot camp. So if you haven't got your ticket yet, make sure you get it. Make sure you register, because it's going to be on Zoom. We'll be coming into Facebook for a few moments at the beginning of the Zoom. I'll stream in just to say, hey, reminder, we're over on Zoom. But you've got to be registered to get in there. Plus, we've got a pre-party going this week, prizes happening, things going on. So make sure that you're checking the, if you're in this Business Women with Balance Facebook group, it's right up here in the featured post. Check your your pre-party 1, pre-party 2, and pre-party 3 challenge. And then make sure you get registered, because the workbook comes out tomorrow. And yes, like I said, we're going to be getting deeper. It'll be a little bit different in this boot camp, but we're going to use the same workbook, because I still want to have that filled in for you, because it's a wonderful resource that you can refer to later for some tidbits as you're building your business and really growing your audience. So, all right. So thank you for your time here today, you guys. Was it helpful? Will you give me a little emoji? I love emojis. I love emojis. Will you give me a smiley or a comment, or, what was your favorite today? Did you relate with those messages that I was getting and how it kind of repelled me from the people who were sending them to me? And again, probably not their fault. Maybe something they're being trained, maybe something that somebody else is telling them, but it gave me that little edge of, ugh, no, I don't want to work with you. Right. So yay. Okay, good. Awesome. Well, thank you for your time. Yay, Joanne. Thank you. And Elvita for all your comments. And Stephanie, I see you here. And Christy for putting in the posts. And yeah, thank you guys. Sorry, I'm scanning through the comments. I apologize if I'm missing somebody, but I really appreciate Marie is here. I really appreciate you guys and the interaction that you're doing in the comments. So I will see you on Monday in the boot camp. Make sure you're getting the emails. Go into your spam, go into your promotion folders, double check for that if you're registered, because they do get filtered, especially if you have a Gmail account. So go in, find it, and then respond to it, mark it, move it to your inbox, put it in your contact list, etc. And I will see you on Monday. All right. Have a good one. Bye, everybody. Happy Wednesday.